Happy Sunday. Right. First up is Benjamin, pardon me. First up is Benjamin Dunphy. Benjamin plays many roles in his life, but the relevant role today is that he quite recently set up the information door. And what this is about is his belief that in the current crisis for the employment of young people, what they need to be able to differentiate themselves and put a mark on themselves as they go through their education, because he believes, I believe quite correctly, that too many people are getting what you might think of as a standardized education that doesn't give them a chance to express themselves in the real world. The goal of the information door is a group portal by which users can find opportunities to participate in scholarship programs like One Young World, internships, and other activities so that they can therefore set themselves on a more differentiated career path. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Benjamin Dunphy.
The average youth today is 3 times more likely than their parents to be unemployed. Students who are now beginning their careers face the toughest economic climate in decades. For our generation, unemployment poses the most systematic threat to the status quo. And the status quo that I make reference to here is the traditional concept that if you work hard and you're educated, you should have a more prosperous life than your parents. But what is driving this graduate unemployment? On one hand, we see more students than ever enrolled in tertiary education. But at the same time, these young people are increasingly pursuing a more standardized route in terms of degrees and majors. This paradoxical scenario has created large pools of graduates with similar qualifications. You create this level playing field, and it becomes only logical that some people are going to miss out. Extracurricular opportunities allow students to find and develop their true passion. It gives them the chance to step outside of the classroom and with low risk, explore different things that interest them. So many incredible opportunities exist. However, students will continue to miss out due to incredibly low levels of awareness. As young leaders, we need to create platforms that raise the awareness of such opportunities. I've begun developing my own platform. It's a simple web-based enterprise called the Information Door. It provides a centralized database of scholarships and funding opportunities that is accessible to students worldwide. Our database has a focus on student competitions, internships, conferences, and scholarship opportunities. I want to take a second to illustrate how beneficial these extracurricular opportunities can be. I want to take the example of 2 groups of young people that I've met from one developing country. The first group I met whilst working for the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh. The second group was a young group of students I met at a global venture pitch competition in Hong Kong. Now, both groups of students were intelligent and driven. Both groups of students came from the same country, had the same background, were of the same age, and studied the same degree. But unfortunately, that's where the similarities end. Since graduating, these 2 groups of people have experienced vastly different employment outcomes. The first group is severely underemployed, working in jobs far below their educational level. The second group are working for organisations that they're passionate about and in positions that reflect their level of education. So why is this? What's the difference? The only ascertainable difference that I can derive between these 2 groups of students is the level of exposure to opportunities that they had during tertiary education. In this example, the second group of students, the ones that I met in Hong Kong, were fortunate enough to have studied at a university that actively sought out student opportunities. The other group attended universities that did not. The reason why opportunities like One Young World are so beneficial is that they provide students with the chance to enhance their skills and explore a variety of paths in order to find their true passion. In addition, many of these opportunities have very low barriers to access, offering fully sponsored positions or free entry for previously marginalised students. Therefore, the level of access realistically only depends on a student's awareness of such opportunities. Our team has grown the information door rapidly and have developed a global presence. However, we remain unable to reach students in many regions. We don't have the cultural knowledge to understand how to best engage with students in regions like Africa or South America. But each of you do. We have over 180 countries represented here today, and there exists this chance for us to begin making long-lasting change. The social enterprise, the information door is a social enterprise, and one that I'm not trying to derive a profit from. So therefore, the only reason why I'm speaking to you about this platform today is again to generate awareness. I want to offer you the chance to use the information on our website and begin developing your own community-centric platforms. These platforms that I talk about are incredibly simple and use free online tools. For example, you could start a dedicated Facebook group, a Twitter or a Pinterest page, so that when you find opportunities for people in your community that you think are beneficial, all you have to do is like it, share it, or pin it. Our generation is consistently cited as being the most prolific users of social media, and we must leverage this. I want you to imagine if each one of us started sharing opportunities like the ones I've spoken about today with just 50 of our friends. We could have an immediate impact of 75,000 students. And what if each of them shared it with 50 of their friends? Our indirect impact quickly reaches 3.5 million students. Fellow delegates, this weekend has been truly inspiring, and I can honestly say that I'm in awe of all of you. But we owe it to ourselves, to our friends, our communities, and most importantly, to the future worlds that we will live and lead in, to begin sharing these opportunities. I hope my examples today highlight the impact that they can have for students in both the developing and developed world. Remember, raising awareness levels in today's digital age is free. The only cost to you is a few minutes of your time. Is that too much to ask to ensure that the next generation of students is the last to be plagued by unemployment? I don't think so. Thank you.